Okay, good afternoon, managing partner with Levinson and Associates. With us today, we have Joseph Loughran, our marketing manager here at Levinson and Associates, and then, of course, we brought in a special guest speaker for you all, and the timing could not be better. Christopher is joining us. He's a third-party annuity consultant or sales coach, one of my favorites in the annuity space. And he's going to talk about selling online, over the phone, virtually, and he's also going to talk about what's hot and what's not, especially during this whole COVID-19 pandemic. And I think most important is we want everyone to know, okay? You say to yourself, oh, it's a horrible time for annuities. I'm not going to pick up the phone and speak about this until we're through this whole coronavirus issue, right? Well, the answer to that is wrong, okay? Now is the time, and Chris is going to speak to exactly that point. So I want everyone to take out a pen and paper, as always, and jot down some notes, okay? If you've never sold an annuity before, great, perfect timing. If you're a veteran in the space, it's also great and perfect timing because everyone is going to learn and walk away with some nuggets, okay? So the answer, once again, it is the perfect time. And I think you'll agree with me by the time Chris is done speaking today. All right, so real quick, what we're going to do, as always, we're going to ask the question of the day and give away the new Amazon Fire tablet. So whoever answers first incorrectly, obviously will win. Your name will be announced at the end. All you have to do is stay on till the end. It's about 45 minutes, and make sure that you are first to answer. And of course, you got to be paying attention to the slides because the question has to do with exactly what we're going over in these slides. Okay, I want to, just before I introduce Chris, I want to talk about a couple things, and then we'll jump right in. I just got off the phone with Mike Savage, who is Tony Robbins' right hand for the last 15 years. He travels with him to the resort in Fiji. He hosts all of the Platinum Group meetings. Mike Savage is a freaking animal. And what I wanted to do, I featured him on our Bill Levinson Experience podcast, and I wanted him to talk about some sales stories, what's going on with his clients and their businesses, and just overall to have the right positive mindset through all of this, and how when we are through this, which hopefully will happen sooner than later, you'll be in a better place than you were before this even started, okay? That was the whole point. We are launching that by tomorrow, okay? So please check it out. Leave a comment. I love to hear from you all. Two other things, and then we'll jump in. Also, you know, it's a time we've been preaching e-applications, drop tickets, our brand new Insure Me Now Direct Amazon for Insurance platform. We've been talking about this for years, and people said, oh, you guys are too early to the game, you're wasting time and resources. Well, the answer to that question is, once again, wrong, because now is the perfect time. In fact, most of those competitors that were saying that are now calling us saying, hey, we want to take out a contract under you guys so we can offer this to our agents because we're afraid they're going to wind up going directly to you. So they're basically playing defense. So anyway, now is the perfect time. I'm also going to add one of our top agencies. In fact, Manuel was on our podcast as one of our top MDRT agencies. This is before the whole Corona issue even came up. And what he spoke about is how 99% of his sales are sold from his third bedroom home office, how he never gets in the car and goes to meet a client at Starbucks, okay? So his comment after this whole COVID-19 issue was, Bill, I've been preparing for this without even knowing what was coming because I've been selling this way the whole time. In fact, his numbers have went up. That's him on the bottom row there, third in. In fact, the third and fourth guy, both 99% of their sales were sold over the phone or online, okay? And these interviews were done before anyone even knew how to spell COVID-19, okay? So no excuse. Also, I want to add this, and then I'm going to introduce Chris. Successful companies that were started during recessions, real quick, Apple, 2001. Okay, real quick, CNN, 1980, Microsoft, 1975, the year I was born, Burger King, 1953, Toll House Cookies, 1933, Disney in 1923, General Motors, 1908, and IBM, 1896. So, folks, no excuses. We're going to power through this together. In fact, that's exactly what Chris is going to talk about in the annuity space right now. So without further ado, we have Christopher joining us. We're going to jump right in, pay attention, write down notes, and let's all make some money during the rest of this, hopefully just a few more weeks, or at the most, hopefully 6 to 7 weeks. Chris, you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me? And can you see the screen, Bill?
Yep, loud and clear, buddy.
All right, fantastic, guys. Well, as always, I appreciate Levinson and Associates having me on board for these webinars. Thanks so much, guys. You have a fantastic group of resources there between Joe and Josh, Ashley, all these folks here at Levinson. So again, thanks for the time. And like Bill was saying, it's actually a great time to be talking about annuities. I see annuities being the beneficiary of all of this taking place right now, and sales really going through the roof here with it. We all have to adjust. We all have to make some changes, but it is absolutely possible with annuities. And as always, I want to start off with a few slides just talking about where we were with annuities last year a bit as we go into 2020 as well. So let's dive right in, folks. Again, I appreciate the opportunity here. Let's look at what's happening in this marketplace. I don't have to spend a lot of time on this because all of you as agents out there in the field know what's happening in the market. Just in January, if you're looking at this, you had the market, the Dow at over 29,000, and right now hovering around that 21, 22,000. Some things have changed here since Monday, but if you look at the bottom right there, you had a year-to-date change of 20% take place, 20% drop in the marketplace. Folks, I've said this on past webinars before. If you're 30 years old, this isn't a big deal. This is an opportunity to buy some things cheaper. This is an opportunity to get into the market, if anything. But if you're 60, 65 years old, you're nearing retirement, you're getting close to that point, this could be a devastating blow for you. Much like 2008 was, where you had a 38% drop in the marketplace. Clients can't afford that when they're nearing retirement. And if they have this conversation with an agent, if you're an agent who called your client 6 months ago, told them to put some money into fixed annuities, you need to call those clients back and have this conversation with them. That principal protection that I've touted so often about fixed annuities would have been huge in preventing this from happening to your clients. Let's talk a little bit about the annuity opportunity, because we are seeing an annuity opportunity right now in 2020. Here in 2019, you actually had some outstanding sales in fixed annuities. Really, you had records being set here. You can see that FIAs went up 18% compared to the first few months of 2018. You can see that across the board, you had annuities just going through the roof. Fixed rate deferred annuities were 35% higher in 2019 as compared to 2018. Single premium immediate annuities were 20% higher than in 2019 versus 2018. Deferred income annuities were 25% higher. Clients are looking for annuities. They may not like the word annuity, they may not fully understand it, but that's where you come in to help them understand it. And you're seeing that with these sales numbers right now, folks. Look, I love this statistic here. Maybe you sit on a lot of carrier webinars. Maybe, I know AIG and some companies out there love talking about this, but you have 10 to 12,000 people per day turning age 65. Folks, that is kind of that honey hole of clients that you want to be targeting and talking to when you want to discuss annuities. Look at this number here. 9 million more consumers will be nearing or entering retirement over the next 5 years. 9 million more nearing or entering retirement over the next 5 years. That's a huge number. That's the clients you have to be focusing on, talking to. Those are the clients that can really be effective of something like COVID-19 happening and dropping the market by 20%. So the clients are absolutely out there for you. What's new in 2020? Let's just talk about a few updates. I've been doing these quarterly webinars. This is our first one this year, so I want to make sure we talk about some of the changes that are going into 2020 away from just this COVID-19. One of the big things was the Secure Act, folks. The Secure Act, and maybe you've received some carrier emails, some pieces about the Secure Act, but in tune with annuities, there are some big changes ahead that you need to be aware of. RMDs were pushed to age 72. So if you had clients who were going to receive RMDs at age 70 and a half, they don't have to take them if they're turning 70 and a half this year. Those RMDs were pushed back to 72. I know a lot of life insurance sales happen as well off of RMDs. Now, a neat thing that also happened is that contributions can be made beyond age 70 and a half as well. So contributions can be made beyond 70 and a half. You used to have to stop making contributions to your IRAs once you hit age 70 and a half. No longer. You can continue contributing money to them even after you're taking withdrawals from them. So that's kind of a neat feature. I put these two in here: broaden access to annuities and lifetime income information. The Secure Act is going to create more information available for clients, which honestly I believe is a positive. What this means is your clients will probably be able to go to a website, put in their age, put in their gender, put in how much money they have in a qualified account, and see what kind of lifetime income they can get. I think that's really impressive. You're going to see more websites, even government websites, available showing that type of information. And then you'll have the ability to withdraw a plan or IRA for birth or adoption of a child. And let me turn that off real fast. And the biggest thing, though, that's really going to affect annuities are these inherited IRA stretch changes. Now, this is really the reason I wanted to even show this slide, as this is the first presentation I'm doing this year with Levinson and Associates. I want to make sure we're all aware of this big change that took place. You have really what happened here is the death of the stretch IRA. Now, keep in mind what was able to happen before this took place, before the Secure Act went into effect. Your clients, you might have had a beneficiary who was a non-spouse, say a son or daughter. That son or daughter was able to inherit an IRA. Maybe their father passed away, so the son or daughter inherits the IRA. They used to be able to stretch out the payments of that IRA for the rest of their life. No longer can non-spouses do that. Non-spouses have to draw down those assets over 10 years. Non-spouses have to draw down those assets over 10 years. So if a son receives an inherited IRA, they have to draw down those assets over 10 years. They can no longer stretch those payments out for the rest of their life. Now, that doesn't affect spouses. If it's a spouse, they can still do that. But that was a really big change. That's going to change the conversation. That only affects people who pass away after January 1, 2020. So again, if you have questions about stretch IRAs or you have a scenario like this, I encourage you to call Josh or Ashley or Bill or Joe. Anybody there at Levinson, they can help you out with that. But that is a big change I wanted to make sure everyone's aware of for this year. Now, the good news about the Secure Act is this article that you have right in front of you. They're saying that there is going to be a huge boom in annuities. Not immediately, because here's an instance where I actually feel sorry for the insurance companies a little bit. This Secure Act actually was approved on December 20th. So then what happened? You have Christmas, you have New Year's, and then it went into effect January 1st. So to be honest, folks, a lot of companies are still scrambling on how they'll handle the Secure Act, but you're seeing some solutions come through. So definitely keep your ear out and see what's going on there with those new annuities that are going to be coming out because of the Secure Act. But what you need to know right now, I see a big boom in sales coming because of the Secure Act. More clients will be asking questions about lifetime income, and you agents on this call, you'll have the solutions for those clients. So what's driving growth? So I just talked about big numbers. I talked about big growth that's happening with these products. You're seeing those big numbers for several reasons. What's driving that growth in fixed annuities? Well, you really have the rise of accumulation FIAs. I'm going to show a couple examples of these a little bit later, but never before have I seen so many options for accumulation fixed index annuity products. Some companies only specialize in accumulation FIAs at this point. And if you asked me 5 years ago, Chris, can you show me a 5-year fixed index annuity? I might have had a couple of options for you. Today, I have more than 12 options for you on 5-year fixed index annuities. We have 3-year options for fixed index annuities as well. So you're seeing a lot of different options for accumulation FIAs coming out right now. But what's really driving this FIA growth, and here's what's funny about this, folks. I created this slide back in January. This is more the case than ever, right? What's driving that FIA growth? Increased market volatility, low interest rate environment. You know, when I originally created this presentation, I was talking about increased market volatility coming because it's an election year, right? You're going to see things happen in the market because you always do in an election year. Well, who could have predicted what we're seeing right now with this COVID-19? We have market volatility on top of market volatility, if you want to call it that. And then you're seeing that low interest rate environment as well. You know, you're having rates, the 10-year treasury is what these annuities are based off of. You're seeing these rates at all-time lows. You're seeing these rates just in the 1%. So you're seeing some lower MYGA rates as well. But if you're creative and you have the tools like Levinson and Associates has, you have those MYGAs that are going to do an outstanding job for your clients still available. We'll cover a few of those here in a minute. But again, that increased market volatility, you can help your clients with the principal protection that annuities can offer for them. Let's talk about our clients' 3 problems here. If you've been a regular on these webinars, I love to discuss this because this was a problem before COVID-19, even more so now. Volatile market conditions, uncertain retirement income, and leaving money to loved ones. Volatile market conditions, uncertain retirement income, leaving money to loved ones. Well, folks, why fix annuities? You have that benefit of capital preservation, retirement income, and leaving a legacy. Let's talk about these 3 things real fast. Capital preservation. Investors are holding $19.4 trillion on the sidelines, folks. $19.4 trillion. Now, these are 2018 numbers, so maybe that number is a little bit smaller, but $19 trillion on the sidelines. That's money sitting in money market funds, checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs. Folks, if you're going into any home, you need to be asking where your clients have their money. If you're sitting in a virtual meeting, you need to be asking what kind of money they have sitting in CDs, what kind of returns they're getting. If they're getting 1.5%, guess what, folks? You have MYGAs that are over 3.5% available for them. You have that ability to get your clients into a better position and sell them virtually right over the phone or with a Zoom video call as well. Let's talk about retirement income. Again, why do so many folks buy annuities? They buy it for that lifetime retirement income that's available to them. $1.7 trillion in retirement savings. That's what clients have sitting out there. Those are your 401k rollovers. Those are your IRAs. That's those bigger sales that your clients have that you can get based on those qualified sales. Retirement income sitting out there. Your clients want that retirement to last them for the rest of their lives. That's what annuities can help them do. Finally, a legacy. And just a comment on legacy real fast. I have never before seen so many clients who are 70, 80 years old buying these big bonus annuities with the full intention of transferring that wealth to a loved one. We're seeing huge, huge sales like this. I'll get a call that says, Chris, I need something for an 80-year-old. She has $800,000. She just wants to get it to her son. She wants to name him as a beneficiary, and she wants a premium bonus. I'm seeing that in droves. And when you look at a statistic like what's in front of you right now, by 2041, an expected transfer of wealth of $68 trillion to heirs and charity will take place. They're calling it the largest transfer of wealth the world has ever seen. Life insurance, outstanding tool for this. You get that income tax-free death benefit, but your clients who are older, maybe they can't qualify. Maybe they've seen substantial losses in the market. They want to make up for that. So they want a 10% premium bonus product. You can help them with those things. And that's why annuities are going to be a huge tool for legacy in the future as well. So what are we hearing, guys? Well, look, there's a growing recession concern because of what we're seeing in the markets right now. It's an election year too. So you're going to see market volatility down the road. Even if we're completely behind this thing, if this thing is past us, we're going to see some market volatility happen later on. And then boomers want guaranteed income. That is something else I'm hearing constantly as well. I love these 2 articles I'm going to show you real fast here. Clients like guaranteed lifetime income. but not annuities. Isn't that funny? Clients like guaranteed lifetime income, but not annuities. It's funny to me how annuities have become a bit of a bad word for some folks. Maybe someone's uncle was unhappy with their annuity. They told their son about it, or they told someone about it and just said, I don't like annuities. I don't like the surrender charges. But clients really do like guaranteed lifetime income. And I promise you, if you're having that conversation about guaranteed lifetime income and what annuities can offer for clients, they're interested, because you see articles like this, guaranteed income tops boomers' wish lists. Folks, this makes sense, right? Think about your clients for a second. They're used to receiving a paycheck every 2 weeks. Even if they have a lump sum of money sitting in a 401k or an IRA, it still scares them a little bit that they might outlive that money. You can help with that solution with these fixed annuities. And let's explain how to a little bit. So I've gone before and I've done a thing called the 5-4-3-2-1 method with you folks. I have taken some time talking about the 5-4-3-2-1 method in detail. One of the things I talk about are the two needs of clients, because here's what we want to avoid. We don't want you calling into Josh or Ashley or somebody here at Levinson and saying, look, I have a 60-year-old client with $100,000. Well, we need to know the need, right? Everyone needs to know, what is the need of the client? Is it income or accumulation? Once you know that about your client, it makes things so much simpler. What's the need? Is it income or is it accumulation? If it's income, is it income now or is it income later? Let's talk about each of these products and how they kind of fit into those needs. Real fast, I just have a quick client scenario here. We have Greg. He's a male, 60 years old, has $750,000 in a savings account. He's retiring in a year. He's going to need income soon, right? Well, for Greg, his need is really early income. It's that income now. And folks, that's where a SPIA is really going to come into play. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on a SPIA because I'm sure many of you have seen this before, but I want you to know that there are some outstanding payouts there. And this is generally for your newer annuity agents on the call, what a SPIA illustration is going to look at. You have a lot of different payout options as shown here. You have your client $750,000 going in, and they simply need to pick one of those payout options for you. I know anyone there at Levinson can help explain in better detail how some of these payout options work, but they also have some outstanding tools at Levinson and Associates like CanX, where you can run different SPIA payouts and compare it with all the different carriers that are available in the country. You can see that down there. We have our 60-year-old male client. He's in Texas. He has $750,000. He's looking for a 10-year period certain. The company with the best rates at the top with all of the other ones down below. These tools are available for you. It's a great way to have a conversation with the client and make sure you're getting them in the best position. Let's talk about bonus annuities, folks. If you recall earlier, I was talking a little bit about wealth transfer products, about products with big premium bonuses, or maybe to make up for some of these losses that clients are experiencing in the market, right? If you had a 20% drop, as I showed before, what's a fast way to make up for that and take advantage of gains in the future? Here are a couple of excellent top bonus annuities for you. I particularly like this Equitable Teton bonus. You have a 10% premium bonus. And what I like about it is it has a couple of excellent index options that are doing outstanding. You also have a themes product that for a rider fee has a 10% premium bonus. I did put 9% in Florida because I know we have a lot of folks here who do sales primarily in Florida. It is a 9% premium bonus in Florida. But that Plus Rider also gives your clients additional liquidity, return of premium, some other features like that. So if wealth transfer or if making up for losses in the market are key for your clients, these are a couple of excellent products to look at. I particularly like this Equitable product because folks, take a look at what these indexes are doing. They're doing some outstanding work here. I mean, even though it's a 10% premium bonus product, you're still seeing some outstanding gains with these products on 10-year lookbacks. You don't typically see that with 10% premium bonus products where that's given up front and when you have a 14-year surrender. It's an exciting time to take a look at these folks. Equitable is the company there. Again, anybody at Levinson and Associates is certain to help you out with that. But again, we're seeing that for wealth transfer we're seeing that for making up losses in the market. An excellent, timely conversation that you can have with your clients right over the phone today. Bill, Joe, I just want to pause for a second before I go into a couple of other products here and scenarios. Were there any questions or anything you want me to address about these types of products or anything from earlier in the presentation?
Nope, I think we're good so far. What we're doing for all agents with questions, just use that question box, and then Joe is going to do his best to get everything answered. Worst case, we'll get back to everyone at the end of the call. And then Chris, of course, we can get you involved after the fact as well. So yeah, just for now, you can keep going. Everything's great.
Sounds great, guys. Sounds great. Let's talk about multi-year guarantees. And again, I like to show products, and I want to talk about how we're using them right now. Not just for conversations right now, but considering the market, the timeliness of what we have going on, COVID-19, a little change in what we're doing. I see a lot of clients not only asking for wealth transfer products like I just showed you, but short-term multi-year guarantee products as well. An excellent conversation you can have with your client is, if you have money sitting in a savings or checking account, let's get past this craziness. Let's get past this COVID-19. Let's get past this election year. You know, we don't know when there's going to be a vaccine for COVID-19. We don't know how long this is going to drag out. We know it's an election year too. That could create some bumps in the road. Let's get past this. Maybe look at a short-term multi-year guarantee. Folks, there's a 2-year product available at 2.3%. The thing I want you to think about, are commissions great on 2- and 3-year products? No, it's nothing to get that excited about. I understand that as agents, but you get control of the client's money then. And you can take a look at what to do in 2 years, possibly move that into a fixed index annuity or another type of product. It's a great conversation to have with clients. 2 years, 3 years is not intimidating for most clients. There's outstanding rates available out there for clients as well. Great conversations that you can have to get past this market volatility. I also have some 5-year products. Take a look at these. You have one company there, 4% available 5 years right now, folks. 4% available for 5 years. You have a ton of options in the 5-year multi-year guarantee space. I'm sure Josh or anybody at the Levinson & Associates can help answer any questions about these, but you have a lot of 5-year multi-year guarantees available. And then I saw a nice special going on right now with North American A+ rated carrier, 3.5% available for 7 years. I'll touch on this a little bit later, but all of these companies will allow you to do an e-application. E-applications right over the phone with your clients. Multi-year guarantees, again, folks, your clients are seeing a lot of volatility in the market. There's a lot of uncertainty in the market right now. There's a lot of questions that they have. Here you can guarantee them a rate that they know they're going to get every single year. Or you can go the short-term route, get them that guaranteed rate. Let's get past this. And that's the conversation you should have right away with your clients. Accumulation FIA. So I talked about the rise of accumulation FIAs earlier. You're seeing them because so many companies have these available. Like I said, I've never seen so many 3-year and 5-year fixed index annuities available, but 10 years still seem to be the most popular. You get the better rates. There's higher commissions at those amounts. You have a lot of options with your 10-year fixed index annuities. Here are a couple of very popular ones: the North American Versa Choice, and then the Equitrust Market Value. Folks, what I like so much about those accumulation products, if your client's need is accumulation, again, there are no fees to these products. They're high accumulation products. They do an outstanding job for your clients, and their whole goal is to protect that principal and grow along with the market as well. Take a look at this, and this is very timely as well. April 1st, Equitrust came out with 2 new indexes that they're now offering, the Barclays Focus 50 and the Mark V Index. I really like the Mark V Index. I always have. If you had money in the Mark V Index last year, your clients would have received 9%. That's an email that just went out today. Your clients would have received 9% with no downside risk. Think about that. It's an outstanding feature for that Mark V Index. So that's one example, but I wanted to show this one with Equitrust. Take a look at this. Over 10 years, this new Barclays Focus 50 index showing at 8.85% in its best 10-year period. Let me get my little spotlight out here real fast. 8.85% in its best 10-year period. Check out its worst 10-year period, 6.66%. Isn't that an excellent conversation you could have with a client? You have a lot of volatility happening here. This one is showing between 6.66% and 8.85% from its best 10-year period to its worst 10-year period. That is an outstanding conversation that you can have with clients. That can take advantage of market gains and still protect your client's principal at the same time. If your client is even thinking about retirement, there is no reason they shouldn't look at a product like this that's going to protect that principal they've worked so hard for and still take advantage of those market gains. Again, those indexes with Equitrust just came out on April 1st. So they sent out one email about it. So there's a good chance you haven't seen these yet, but it's the Barclays Focus 50 as well as the Mark V index. And what I like so much about the Mark V index is that it's proven. Multiple companies have it, and we're actually seeing some outstanding returns from it as well. It's doing an outstanding job. Folks, let's talk about long-term income real fast, because there's a very big difference between early income and long-term income. What I mean is if your clients need income right away, they're going to buy a SPIA. They need that income immediately. But what if they don't really need income for 10 years? And this is something that's often overlooked. If you're on the call right now, you've been in the annuity space, think about the Allianz 222 and what that talked about doing so much. If you're new in the business, just know that these are products developed for income 10 years from now. This product does an outstanding job for clients and even has some outstanding features as well. Let's talk about this one because it's got a 20% benefit-based bonus. It actually drives a higher participation rate to the benefit base, and it has an enhanced death benefit feature. Let me show you how this works in an illustration real fast. In this example, and again, I'm doing all of this, folks, so we just start to think about what annuities can do for your clients. What conversations can you have with your clients over the phone, virtually, through Zoom meetings, that you can have these strong conversations and explain some of the benefits of what these products can do. Here we have a 60-year-old client. This client's dropping in $500,000 into this annuity. They can't take an income for the first 10 years, but take a look at what the accumulated value is doing based on this assumed interest rate, and take a look at that benefit base. Remember, your benefit base is what your income is based off of. As I showed in the previous slide, that's growing at 175% of what the accumulated value is growing. After 10 years, your client's now 70, they have 1.1 million sitting in that benefit base. The accumulated value is growing to 791, that benefit base 1.1 million. Your client's able to take an income of $62,216 starting in year 10 for the rest of their life. Now, what's nice about this product too is it's an increasing income. And again, for the rest of their life, they can receive this income. Now, full disclosure, this is not a guaranteed income product like we've talked about in the past. It's not a guaranteed income product, but it's based on pretty conservative numbers here in growth on these index annuities. And you're seeing, again, a benefit base of 1.1 million just off of 4.52% growth, which is a pretty reasonable expectation. And you have a lifetime income there that is increasing at the same time. Now, here's another reason why I love this product. You have an accumulated value, you have your benefit base. Let's say your client passes away in year 10. They never get to take an income. Their health deteriorates at age 69. They pass away at age 70. If your beneficiary, wants to take the death benefit as a lump sum, they'll receive $791,997. But if your beneficiary decides, hey, I'll take this death benefit over 5 equal annual payments, they will receive that benefit base at over $1.1 million. So it's got what we call an enhanced death benefit feature, folks. That enhanced death benefit feature allows your beneficiary to decide whether they want the lump sum of $791 or they can get $1.1 million over 5 equal annual payments. An outstanding feature if a client's concerned about not making it to receive those lifetime withdrawals. But this is a great play for someone who maybe they're 50 and they know they won't want an income until they're 60, maybe 65 years old. It's a great way to get some extra growth. You have the enhanced death benefit feature there. You have the 20% benefit-based bonus right away as well. That's the Athene Agility. Again, if you've been on the phone, if you've been in annuity sales for years and you're familiar with the Allianz 222, this is modeled right after that with a higher benefit-based bonus and a higher roll-up to the benefit base as well. That's a great one that you should absolutely ask some questions about for that need. Couple more ideas here, because I want to express as many sales topics as possible here, but with income bridging, this is another conversation that you can have with clients. Let's say you have some higher end clients who are familiar with investing already. They have some higher dollar amounts they want to deal with. What I talk about income bridging for is I love to bring this up in respect to Social Security. So folks, if you're on this call right now, I know we're all muted, but if you want to take Social Security out, what's the best age to take it? 62 or 70? The answer is 70, right? That's when you're going to receive the highest possible payout. But like most people, you have to be able to make it to age 70 to be able to do that, meaning you need money to be able to do that. So here's an example of a client who's 60 years old. This client has $500,000 that they can put into this annuity. They want to work until they're 65. So until they're 65, they're going to keep working. And what you can do for your clients is create what I call an income bridge. Now, at 65, your client retires. They're no longer working. They can turn on their 10% free withdrawals, receive 10% of that $500,000 for the next 5 years. That takes your client to age 70. Now your client can turn on the highest possible Social Security that's available to them at age 70. But it doesn't end there. Your client can still receive lifetime income as shown right here. And notice this $38,000 isn't much different than this $50,000. And now your client's not only receiving this $38,000 for the rest of his life, he's receiving maximum Social Security at the same time. It's an outstanding, outstanding benefit. Now, a question I get a lot is, well, what if they pass away? What if they receive this $50,000, that income bridge, but then they pass away at age 70? Take a look at the death benefit, folks. With, again, reasonable growth here, you're not promising the world here on what this is going to do. Even after your client's taken out $250,000, there's still a death benefit there of almost $481,000. With, again, reasonable expectations of growth here. Boy, after receiving $250,000, still $481,000 or $447,000, depending on how you want to look at it. A very, very cool feature there. And they still get the benefit of taking that lifetime income. And if you can see here, if they passed away while receiving that lifetime income, there's still a death benefit that could go to this client's spouse or children. And it doesn't end there. If your client has deteriorating health, let's say at age 75, they are required to go into a nursing home, or they can't complete 2 out of 6 of the ADLs. This $38,000 lifetime income your client's receiving will actually double, as shown in this LPA multiplier, for a period of up to 5 years. Folks, I call this a multi-solution benefit product, because what are you doing? You're creating an income bridge for your client to get to age 70, maximize income. They can receive a lifetime income as well. On top of that, there's a death benefit in case they were to pass away. On top of that, there is a ADL-based multiplier for your clients to cover long-term care needs. This is an outstanding solution that you can talk to those clients who are trying to plan for Social Security, plan for retirement, and even plan for long-term care. That's an outstanding one. One last concept I want to talk to you folks about as well. This is something that comes across my desk all the time, but diversifying indexes. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this, but I know a lot of folks get into the habit of just putting money into a point-to-point cap. Let's just look at these 2 years side by side. The S&P in 2017 did 19.5%. In 2018, a negative 6.24%. Folks, in 2017, had your client just gotten a point-to-point cap with a 6% cap, they would have received 6%, right? Nothing wrong with that. It's not a bad gain. But had you diversified those indexes a little bit, like into monthly caps, monthly averages, your client could have seen 15% gains when the market did 19%. 15 out of 19% is not bad, considering in an annuity, your client has no risk of drops in the market. Take a look at a negative year now. Had you just put 100% of your client's money into the point-to-point cap like so many people do, that client would have received nothing. But had you used some of those monthly averages, the par or the cap, you would have still seen a positive gain in a negative year. What is that so great for? If you have an annual review, if you're going to go over a statement with your client, just 2 days ago, I went over my mother-in-law's statement with her on her annuity, and I had to talk to her a little bit about it. Of course, she saw some gains because it's been a very positive year. But had it been a negative year, and you're able to still go back to your client and say, hey, you had a positive gain in a negative year in an annuity where you have no risk of losing your money. That's a powerful conversation. That's something that could lead to a second sale as well. Diversifying indexes, lots of tools on that as well. And again, Josh and Ashley know a lot about what indexes will be best for your clients. They have the tools as well to be able to show that at the same time. So folks, I'm going to wrap it up here with my portion, but I want to talk about this a little bit because we do need modern solutions. Modern problems require modern solutions. I know Bill's going to go into this a little bit, but of the annuity companies you have available to you, the majority of them have e-applications available, which allow you to do e-signatures right online via email that you can get done. If you're having the multi-year guarantee conversation and you talk about that North American product with 3.5% for 7 years, you can sell that right over the phone, email your client, they can sign it, it gets submitted, it can get issued very quickly for you as well. Those are great conversations to have to help your clients secure their money and still see some gains here in this volatile marketplace. Something else I'm seeing is a lot of direct delivery. So instead of sending you, the agent, the application or the policy, if you will, they're actually sending that directly to the client just to save some time there. So that's kind of nice. And then I wanted to bring up for you paper application solutions. This is kind of a funny story, but an agent that I know, he does a ton of annuities. He's got such a funny solution because we all want to do e-applications right now, but we know that with some clients, it's just not possible. So what he's been doing is he's over the phone writing a lot of MYGA business. And he's doing that by taking the application with all the information right over the phone with his clients, putting the little sign here flags, going to their house, putting the paper application in the mailbox, going to a Starbucks drive-through, whatever he's got to do. The clients sign where they need to, and then they put the application back in the mailbox. He swings back around, he picks up the application, and bang, the sale is made right then and there. That's a story I was told just on Monday. I thought it was such a modern solution to these problems that we're having right now. If you have to take a paper application, there is always a solution to absolutely get that done. I thought that was pretty cool. But the benefit for most of you with these Zoom meetings that I know Joe's going to go over here in just a minute, with these virtual meetings that you can do, you do have the e-applications available, the e-signatures with most companies. And Bill and Joe, that's really my presentation there in a nutshell. I wanted to see if you had any questions or any comments as well.
Yeah, no, that was perfect, Chris. Perfect. Spot on. We actually have a clothesline, and it's great news. We have a record number of attendees today. So we love to see that. This is the highest number for an annuity webinar ever. And then, in fact, we hit a life record as well last week. So it's getting better and better, and I love to see the participation. Okay, Chris, that was great. I want to jump in real quick and show everyone how to leverage our exclusive technology that's available to you. We have some neat platforms that are only available through Levinson, and then we have some other platforms that are available to everyone that I wanted to shed some light on because everyone has to be comfortable. We have 101 videos we put together. Our goal is, even if you've never hosted a Zoom meeting or a GoToWebinar like this, that by the time we're done and you speak to one of our marketers, that you'll at least know how to do the basics, okay? That's the goal. So real quick, what I wanted to talk about was GoToMeeting in Zoom. So that's what you're on right now. It's basically just an online meeting. We have a 101 video we put together. Any one of our marketers can literally hold your hand to make sure that you're comfortable. So if you can pick up the phone, speak to a prospect, and get them excited enough to say, hey, you know, does tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time work for you? I'll send you the invite. Then boom, you are done, and you can host the meeting just like we are right now. I prefer GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar over Zoom. We've seen and heard about some technical issues with Zoom lately, but again, any one of those is better than doing none of those, okay, especially in today's time. Annuity sales software, we have an exclusive agreement with Annuity Genius. So our agents get a 7-day free trial, and if you want to continue the membership, you get 10% off by being a Levinson agent. So take advantage of that. Annuity Genius is basically a one-stop shop for comparing every single product, what the rates are, what the riders are that are available in that particular state for that particular client based on age and demographics. It gives you a complete breakdown with brochures. Everything's compliant. It has a sales consumer presentation available for you that you can use in making that annuity sale. So it is freaking awesome. In fact, I've never seen anything like this. Okay, also, we have 25 direct annuity contracts. So again, you don't have to worry about one of these like MLM type of organizations where you're 20 layers below the top contract and everybody's taking a percentage of commissions away from you when you're the one that's doing all the hard work and the selling. So you can rely on Levinson. We have 25 direct IMO annuity contracts with the top carriers that are available today, okay? And most of those carriers, we have an e-application through our website or directly through the carrier portal. In fact, Joe's going to touch on that in just a few more minutes, but just know if anything new comes out, we're going to be the first ones to offer that to our agents, okay? So you can be rest assured knowing that Levinson has your back. Okay, moving forward real quick, we also have a complete selling virtual guide that we put together with AIG that is available to all agents. We're going to send this out in today's thank you email. Basically just gives you the 101 100-foot overview of selling over the phone and online. There's some great resources here. We're going to include all of the brochures. We'll include Annuity Genius. Also this virtual guide, we call it the Virtual 101 Guide. We'll include that as well. Everything at your fingertips. Okay, next up, we put together a complete turnkey website, okay, only for Levinson agents called the Annuity Experience. Joe is going to dive in a little deeper, and then he's going to show you what carriers are on our e-application platform. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So what you're looking at now is kind of a snapshot of that annuity experience. So the goal of this was to take everything related to annuities, you know, all the quote engines, the special agent incentives, bonuses, all of our annuity sales software material, products.
Joe, you there?
Lost them as well, Bill, if that helps.
Oh, Joe, are you there? Chris, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Chris is here. I can't hear him either. It's like he cut off. Yeah.
All right, no problem. I'm going to take it from here. All right, so sorry about that. We're just talking about these GoToWebinar and Zoom technical issues that everybody's having because it seems like everybody's going online, working remote right now. So anyway, we'll get through this real quick. Okay, what you're looking at in front of you are all of our carriers with direct e-applications, okay? And I also... You're back? Okay,
yep,
Joe.
Yep, sorry, I had a phone outage there. So, yep, the Annuity e-application system, sorry about that, my phone got cut off. We've got some awesome new Annuity e-apps on the website here, especially with what we just talked about, being able to do an e-app is more important than ever. Real quick here, some of these carriers have some awesome incentives that actually give you direct access to Annuity e-apps, and they pay you a special bonus above and beyond the normal commissions if you do that Annuity e-app. The first of which is Atlantic Coast. You get a $100 bonus for every Annuity e-app if you're an initial agent contracted with that carrier. So your first time you're doing an e-app, you'll actually get that bonus. You can do that up to $1,000. So think about that. You can write an Annuity e-app as a brand new agent. Your first 10 cases, you're going to get an additional $100 bonus. So awesome incentive there. Another great carrier on this page that has a great incentive is Oxford. Oxford has a great new program. You can get up to 2% bonus above and beyond your commissions. And basically, in order to do that, you get 1% bonus if you use the index product. You get another 1% bonus if you use the income rider on that Annuity e-application. So great options. Again, accessible right from that CarrieLevinson.com website under Annuity e-app. Moving forward here, we've got, like Bill mentioned before, in my opinion, one of the best ways to transition into digital sales is by using the Annuity Genius platform. This is a completely set up system for you to sell digitally. It's really, really neat. What it actually has here, and there's a free 7-day trial for all Levinson agents. We do pay for the program once you write a certain amount of index annuity business. And it literally allows you to compare on a comprehensive annuity database all the different annuity products, a suggestion tool about what product might be best. It's a great way to be able to kind of put together a customized report for your specific client to show them all the different products and why this is the best recommendation for them. So this is a must-have. I'm going to send out a link in today's thank you email where you can actually get the free trial for up to 7 days to access this program.
Joe, let me say one thing real quick while you're making your adjustments there. I want to just mention with this software, okay, I have done my due diligence. There's nothing else like this available today. So if you're selling annuities one a year or one every day, this is like your Bible, okay? And what we did is we negotiated that 7-day free trial, okay, option 1, for everyone to try it out. Option 2, Levinson discount 10% off by the month, okay, and you can stop at any time, no contract. Number 3, if you write $150,000 of indexed annuity premium, okay, we will completely pay for the platform. So it's free, okay? You write one a month, we pay every single month, okay? If you write one this month and you don't write one the following month, you can take advantage of our discount the following month. But it's that simple. Okay, so real quick, that's a value add. And then, of course, we have the only IMO that has access to the free scholarship program, which we're also going to mention real quick. Joe, do you want to take it from here?
Yep, thanks, Bill. So another great tool on the website here I mentioned earlier is the Agent Incentive tab. This actually shows you all those additional e-app bonuses. Right now, we've got a lot of great incentives, agent trips you can access by writing different annuity products. And of course, we have the Levinson MAP program, which is the marketing allowance program, where we actually pay marketing allowances based on how much annuity business you write. So you can get your mailers paid for, you can get your E&O covered, you can get some awesome cash bonuses. I'm going to be sending out that flyer in today's thank you email as well. Moving forward here, talk about annuity training, not only webinars like we just went over on today's call, but all different sorts of training, AML training, Quest CE annuity training. If you want to learn more about index annuities or deferred income annuities, or how to really kind of start the annuity conversation, we have all that material on that training tab. So you can access that 24/7. Great way to get up to speed on all the changes happening in the industry. Also, the annuity quote engine. I've got a lot of great questions on today's webinar asking about what product will be best for their client, and I've emailed out this link several times. You can actually submit an annuity quote request. That'll go directly to our annuity marketing team, and we'll get back to you same day with a recommendation and kind of discuss all the different options. So that Levinson annuity marketing team is standing by to kind of help walk you through all those product changes and make sure that you're offering the best product for every one of those clients. Like Bill mentioned, we have 25 top annuity carriers. All the index rates, all the MIGA rates are all updated in real time and available underneath the annuity carrier/rate button. So you can check into that tab and see that information in real time. Very important with all the rate changes that we're experiencing now is being able to access those in real time. So definitely check out that section of the website. Up next here, our scholarship program. A lot of agents have used this on the life side, and a lot of them don't know you can actually access that same scholarship platform on the annuity side, basically giving your clients a 5% scholarship on whatever the annuity value is. So for example, if your client writes a $100,000 index annuity, they're going to get 5% of that annuity value every single year in scholarship reward points. So this is a great way to help clients afford college education. They'll actually get up to 25% off of a discount on that tuition rate every single year for 4 years. So at the end of 4 years, they basically have 1 free year of college tuition. So awesome program. We have all the marketing materials, certificates. We even have agents that are hosting online seminars and giving every single attendee a free 500-point scholarship. So a great way to kind of revamp your marketing and get some new information out regarding the annuity platforms. Also, annuity lead programs. This has been one of the best annuity mailers we've seen in the industry. The co-op price for Levinson agents is just $460 per thousand. We're getting about an average 2.5% response rate. This is a great way to kind of market for annuities. We don't have too many annuity lead programs, so this one has really been extremely popular. We've been using it for about 7+ years, so definitely take a look at that. We can dive in and kind of show you exactly how it works. The best part is all those go directly back to you as the agent, so you can see them come in as real time and actually reach out to those clients to help them make sure they get into the right annuity product. Also, our annuity contracting portal is the last tab on the website. This will help you get set up with every single annuity carrier. It's actually going to give you all the information for the required training. So you're not going to have any issues when you go to write an annuity. You're going to make sure that all that training is completed in real time. So great tools and resources available right at your fingertips.
Okay, thanks, Joe. And it looks like we're going to end right at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, which is fantastic. All right, so agent training events, that's what you're on right now. So if you want to learn more about our exclusive technology platforms with a free website and CRM, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, Kevin, our head programmer, is hosting these. It's an open forum, so it gives you a chance to ask questions, and literally you can share comments with the entire room, everyone that's on the call. So a great opportunity to learn more about the technology, especially selling through COVID-19. Legacy Armor is the online safe deposit box, okay? For the annuity side, this is perfect. So make sure you're on these weekly trainings every Wednesday, 2 p.m. It's the same exact platform as what I just went over. So you can look at all of these upcoming training events on our calendar on KerryLevinson.com and register from there. We'll also include that link in today's email. This is a big one coming up on the 14th of next week. We talk about selling all of our non-medically underwritten insurance products, okay? We had a lot of carrier changes in the last couple of weeks. We're going to share everything in real time. We're going to show you what are the hottest products to sell during COVID-19, all non-med, on the 14th, 2 p.m. Eastern. On the bottom there, this is a big one. So One America put together a really cool virtual sales platform. So we're going to dive into that on the 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you're looking at hybrid products, One America is a one-stop shop, life with LTC, no-brainer. Check out that webinar on the 16th. We'll be hosting it with our VP. It's going to be another big one. The Levinson Annuity team. So obviously, any questions at all? Yes, we have some employees working remote. Some are here in our main home office in South Florida. Josh and Ashley are here to help pick up the phone. If you've never sold an annuity before, no problem. They are trained to help you, and they're going to make sure that you're comfortable every step in the way. Basically, we will do everything except make the sale and speak to your client, okay? Besides that, we're going to do everything behind the scenes to make sure you're comfortable. Okay, moving forward. Oh, by the way, too, I almost forgot to mention, we have an exclusive E&O policy just for Levinson agents that covers carriers that are B-rated or higher, okay? $400 a year. It's discount pricing only through Levinson. So again, that's great on the annuity side as well. Okay, so real quick, what we're doing here through these challenging times is we are donating a free meal for anyone that likes or makes a comment or shares our social media post. That's what you're looking at right now. We launched this campaign yesterday. It's on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All you have to do is like it, comment, or share it. We donate a free meal through Feeding America. And then by tomorrow, I'm going to share how many meals were donated on behalf of Levinson and Associates for all of those affected by COVID-19. So we're doing this just as our way of giving back and saying thank you to the country, to you all, to everyone that made this possible. Okay, so that's just a nice gesture from us on behalf of the Levinson agents. Okay, with that said, I'm going to ask our question of the day. So real quick, we have how many? Well, first of all, make sure your fingers are on your keys ready to go, because whoever answers first wins. How many direct IMO annuity contracts does Levinson offer to you all? Okay, how many annuity carriers does Levinson offer to you all? Whoever picks first and correct wins the grand prize. Joe, do we have a winner?
We do.
How many?
Lloyd.
Okay.
Yep, Lloyd G. from Massachusetts.
Lloyd G. from Massachusetts, congratulations. And the answer is 25 direct IMO contracts. Obviously, no MLM. It's you, us, and the carrier. With that said, have a wonderful rest of the week. Thank you so much for taking the time. Have a great weekend. Stay tough through this, and we'll all come out on the other side in a better place than when we started. So have a great weekend, great week. Take care, and thank you again.